Welcome to part 5 of the Glade Creek Grist Mill series that I've been doing. Now this is a commission piece that I'm doing for Dave and Kathy Hyde, a retired couple that love travelling around the countryside and videoing their travels, and they take us to some really amazing places. And if you're not familiar with the channel, there's a link in the description below. Well worth checking out. Now although this is not an actual tutorial as such, watch through to the end because I'll be giving you plenty of insights into how I go about creating my art. And I'd love you to join me, so let's just jump right in. Okay, well today I thought we'd start with the mill itself. Start putting in a bit of the details and then slowly work our way forward. Just thought that would probably be the best place to start today. Now I like to go with the flow of the drawing, so I prefer to go up and down than across. If I'm drawing straight lines like that, so we're going to do the weatherboards. So I've already drawn them in, so I'm just going to go over them. We don't want to see them looking too straight, because then it'll look too new. And we want it to look as old as possible, even though it was built in 1976, but it was built from parts of other old mills. I've done quite a few drawings here in Ladely, where I live. We have a pioneer village. It's the Ladely Historical Village, and it has all these beautiful old buildings. Same sort of thing, been restored or bought from different places around, you know, to bring them into the village. And I remember saying one time to one of the guys there, I said, man, they look beautiful, but they look too new, you know. They've used new sheets of iron for the roof and stuff, you know. But then I guess if you were to step back into that time when they were made, they would have looked new then. Personally, I prefer the old, you know, rugged look. It's a slow process, but you know, that's always look at it when I'm drawing, that it's just part of the journey, it's part of the process. So I know when I first started to draw, I used to think to myself, man, there's got to be a quicker way than this. Well, in some areas there are quicker ways. I found quicker ways to do the composition, and of course the main way I found to quicken up getting the composition and the layout was to use the grid method. That really was a big help. So I like to do everything using a ruler initially, and then I'll go over it freehand. So we've got to know where we're going. It's like I always say that, you know, there's no lines in nature and things, but we have to use lines to be able to put the images on paper. And really that's what drawing is, isn't it? It's just a series of lines, a series of marks, pencil marks, if you're using pencil. This is one of those times when I decided to rub it out here, because that's what it's all about. I'm not happy with something, I'll rub it out. I just want to make that weatherboard a bit smaller, that was all. It was just a little bit too big. Something about these old places, I don't know what it is, and it's same when I'm driving around here and I look at old buildings and I think, oh, who lived there, you know? Why did that one have a certain angle on the roof, you know, and that one there was just an ordinary roof? And yet the houses are the same, you know, like the little one-bedroom cottages. Who built it? Who lived there? What did they do? Were they farmers? Like the house that we live in is it's over 100 years old. I'm not sure how old it is, but I know it's over, I think it's about 110 years old, might be more. And it's just solid wood, but it's been well maintained. We've done quite a bit to it as well. We've only been there about 4 years, but they're so well built. And ours is called a working man's cottage, so it's just a little 2-bedroom, but across the road, for example, I mean, the street we live in is probably one of the oldest streets in Ladely, I'd say, just by looking at the houses here. And the house across the road, it's probably built about the same time by the look of it, but it's a lot bigger, it's a 2-story, exactly the same sort of style, but a bit flashier. So I'm sort of wondering whether that was where the boss used to live. I don't know, but I often wonder about things like that. Now we're happy where we live. I'll shade these in now. I'm just looking at some of the YouTube creators that I follow, because I really love looking at all these old buildings and dwellings like this. And there's a few that I follow along with. There's one channel there is The Grey Life with Jim and Pearl. And they go and show all these old buildings, and I really enjoy that. I could just sit and watch all that sort of stuff for ages. I don't really get time to be able to do it, especially drawing this. It takes up quite a bit of time. I don't really have the opportunity to sit like for an hour or 2 hours. I sort of look at YouTube a bit like TV in the sense that, you know, I like different genres. I love to watch a good comedy, I like a good documentary, a good movie that, you know, with a good story to it. I like anything that old Jack Nicholson. I love all his stuff. But you know, and YouTube got so many different genres. Some things you enjoy, some things you don't. So you can't watch everything. And I guess, you know, all you creators out there, you realise that it's very hard to spread your time, even though you want to. There's a lot of things that you sort of want to watch, and I go, oh yeah, I've got to see that one. It's not always the easiest thing to do. Anyway, once again, I think it's about that time where I stop talking. So depending on what part of the world you're in, grab a glass or a cup of your favourite drink, put your feet up, think about the beautiful weekend ahead, and listen to some relaxing music, and I'll see you in a few minutes. But we're getting a bit closer, slowly moving forward. You know, I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was the Glade Grist Mill. So the drawing's going to take a bit of time as well. But anyway, I'm pretty happy where I'm at the moment. And like I've said in the past videos, it's just too much to be able to record the whole drawing, because there's a lot of detail. And I hope you're enjoying it just as much as I'm enjoying sharing it with you. Now, if you'd like to learn how to draw, then this video up here is the one for you to watch next. It's a link to my playlist, Fun Times Family Art, where I teach you step by step how to draw just using basic shapes. So click on that link if you'd like to learn how to draw. And when you get the chance, check out Jim and Pearl's channel, The Grey Life. I think you'll find it very interesting. And also don't forget to have a look at Dave and Kathy's channel as well. And I've left the link for both those channels in the description. And if you like what you're seeing, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment. And if you haven't yet subscribed, hit that button and ring the bell. That way you won't miss out on any of my future videos. Well, that's about it for this week. Hope you all have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.